Hello my friends and welcome to episode 23 of Let's Play Cities Skylines. Now today we're going to get even closer to finally making our downtown of Prospectsburg, which is, for some reason the words are really coming in weird. What is that? Holy crap. Oh well, we know what it says. But yeah, the main goal for today is I want to finish these highways. This one here and this one here in particular. It might be more than one episode, knowing me, but we're going to try to do it regardless. So, first thing to do, we're going to hit pause on this because there's going to be a lot of ripping up of stuff that has to happen in order for this to work. And yes, we have to delete that power line and probably remake it. My plan is to have this go really close to the rail because it makes sense. If they're both on ground level, a road can elevate to go over the highway and over the rail. So that is good for everybody. By the way, this is not the external line, it's the Ozzy Osbourne line. Yep, that's right, the crazy train line. So, we'll delete that much, and I think that should be enough. I'm not going to get too fancy with this highway in terms of like making cutouts or making elevated portions. It's going to be probably the most straightforward highway that I've made so far. So, very simple. Almost like making a highway in SimCity 4. Which was really as simple as clicking and dragging across like a, you know, one tile or one row of tiles. Oh, there we go. That's actually too close, isn't it? It is too close for an exit, but we just simply won't have an exit right there. Not that big of a deal. Okay. And also we can modify where the rail goes as well. But yep, a nice big gradual curve out here in the country. And we got to get rid of this here. Here we're going to go down from 4 lanes to 3. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. And then it's going to go down. On the other side, 1, 2, 3. And it's going to go down. Okay. Well, there we have it. It's kind of looks a little lumpy from certain angles, but it's actually okay. It's kind of funny. It's like, what are you doing out here? But yeah, the road was there. So now let's simply patch things up. Now I wanted to point out that I want to make another highway. This one is going to come down through here. It's going to tunnel through the mountain, and then we're going to have some sort of exit over here. Because I think this one is going to go. I was debating on whether I want it to go on the left side or the right side of the airport, but I think if it goes, now I'm not sure, because it could go here and could come sweeping around to connect to here, but I don't know. Actually, that's not a bad idea, but I also wanted it to go out here. I could potentially do both, but yeah, you know what? I might do that. But we're going to worry about that in a little bit. Now, if I do have that highway come through here, we're going to have one exit over here, right? Yeah. So what I think I want to do is, why not, let's make a, we're going to make a very simple exit and entrance as you enter the city. It's going to be very, very simple. We're not going to do anything fancy with this. We might upgrade it in the future, of course. A lot of things are getting upgraded. But it's like, yeah, if you want to get in from over here, there's your option. Now, this highway is going to come over here, so I kind of want to leave some room for it. So we're not going to have an exit right here, but we will have a road crossing. Also, I was thinking I would have another rail line that comes along here. So in the preemptive way, we are going to put a station down here. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So let's now actually make an exit. Well, let's think about this. Over here, we'll worry about that in a minute, but I think 1 and 2 we can do. So, for the sake of having a good, a nice and good thing. Oh, this is the spot where we said we couldn't have one, isn't it? We'll figure it out. Oftentimes these things are much less hard than you might think. Also, let's just have it be elevated. Why not? We'll just have it go it. And we'll just extend this. And there's probably enough room here to do this. Yep, there is. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. And very simple exit like this. Don't want it to be too long. Now, like, stuff like this is what I tend to do more often when I'm not trying to make things look extra fancy. And I think this works a-okay, a place like this. Okay. We're going to turn off snapping. It still snaps though. Kind of annoying. Might as well turn it back on. Yes, it seems like a certain amount of snapping is avoidable no matter whether it's off or on, but something like this I can live with. Yeah, that's fine. And what do you mean? What do you mean that's fine? No, I mean it's fine. Okay. And now we are going to, well, first of all, let's edit this. to go like that. And we're going to put another exit over here. Okay. Yeah. So we're just going to put down a few roads here that are pretty inoffensive, you could say. It's not gonna bother anybody. This one, though, I'm not sure where I'm gonna have it go in the long term, so it's just gonna sort of hit the ground and stop. This is very close, though. That's the problem. But one thing I can simply do is something like this. Yep. Alright. I don't think that's actually going to be too much of a problem unless this becomes especially high demand of some sort. We'll have this be a little bit longer. Boop. A little exit for our friends. And there we have it. I think there's still room for one more over here, but we'll worry about that later. In terms of a highway that crosses over here, we're going to wait for that. So I'm pretty sure that having these 3 exits is going to be a-okay. So yep, everyone figures out, reorients themselves to the new stuff, and they're like, well, I didn't mean to go that way. Now I have to get off the highway, turn around, and now suddenly I'm going the right way. So that's good. Yep, I definitely see people turning around. And now they're going the way that they meant to go all along. So that's good. And hey, we're only 12 minutes in. It's pretty impressive. Now for this end. Now I had a thought. First of all, goodbye to all of you. Eventually, I think that this area here, like down here especially, is going to be another high density type area. So what I want to do is I want to make this a place where we can expand our monorail line to. So we're going to try something here. It's very, very difficult to get this done right. But I believe we can. Oh, what are you complaining about, guys? You're going to love having access to the station. Unfortunately, that means this is going to not meet up right. Which means we're just going to have to do this. Boop. Let's see, will these buildings disappear? Don't think so. I think they'll probably be fine. Oh, that one disappears. Well, we can just fill it back in. It's okay. But yeah, we have a station, and the reason I wanted to do this, apart from just wanting to do it, is so that we can extend it out here and have our exit, and then we'll know how high it needs to be. And by the way, can we put a station here? Looks like the answer is yeah. Yeehaw! It's protruding out onto the water, but that's okay. we'll simply do that, and that'll be good enough for now. So we need to back up a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yep. So we just have to have it go down a small bit, and now we can build it across. Of course, there is a little farm here, so we have to save the farm field. Also, speaking of more highways, there's going to be another one that's going to come up through here and intersect here near where this historic farm is located. So let's actually curve this around, because we're going to be having another exit there at some point. And who knows, we might be wanting some left ramps here. It's entirely possible. Yes, there have been like 2 or 3 historic farmhouses that have gotten demolished, though, either by accident or they're just being little to no choice because of their location. Okay, that's a little bit ugly. Let's see here. That's better. So there we go. There's our approach. And it's going to be pretty tight. First of all, let's do that. We might just have it all meet together here, which means a big boy of an exit. You mean slope too steep? And can we get this in here? We can, apparently. Let's get his. Alright. And that should count as one thing, but yeah. I think that should work. So we're going to do this. Yeah, I want to give this exit the biggest amount of time, or this is going to be a massive exit. We have to get back up, though. That's the next thing. And if I have a ramp here at that intersection, it adds to the complexion and confusion. So we're going to put the ramp over here to separate it a little bit. And now we're going to have an exit over here. Very simple. Quite good. We can unpause now because people actually have a place to get off. See what they do. Of course, the cop keeps going. Yeah, for now you're going to see most people turning left here, which makes sense, and then people coming up here. We have ourselves the thing is, this station is probably close enough to both of these that people will walk even to this one. So that is good. Good, 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 good. Okay. But we're going to keep this elevated all throughout here. Oh. Another historic farm is going to get it unless we spin this over a little bit. You know, it's so simple to be doing this in the game, but if you were to do this in real life, like a big old elevated highway like that, that would be mega expensive. You'd have to get... Oh, now my mouse is being a jerk. Ugh. You'd have to get big bucks. Big bucks behind your project. But yeah, we're going to do this. Okay. There we go. We'll have a nice, handsome bridge over this little river. Just because it's a little river doesn't mean it can't have a handsome bridge. That sounds like a metaphor, a bad one, but a metaphor nonetheless. But yeah, we're gonna keep this elevated. It will just be a big old elevated Bob the highway, and even that turned out okay. I was worried it would be all whatever. Alright. It's time to destroy all this. Do 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 do. And it will not be until here that it goes down. And yeah, I'll be all the way until the turnpike exit over here. Although we do have to backtrack and make it since the turnpike entrance over here. So, yeah, look at this. Rad. Rad, rad, rad. This one looks like it's been warped somehow. See how it's all wavy? It's kind of weird. But I'm not going to get too concerned about it. Alright, well, we are now going to, before we go, and I'm impressed with myself how far we've managed to come in this small amount of time. Oh, you jerk. Alright, well, we'll redo the highway itself because I like this road. Okay. Alright. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doop-doop-doo-doo-doo. Very simple. Okay. All right. Good. Well, ugh. Actually, ugly. Is there any way to do this that's not ugly? I don't know. It's going to be ugly no matter what, isn't it? Yeah, because the slope is going down. Oh. Well, okay. Alright, well, did you know that Muslim basket weavers, and I mean tapestry weavers, always leave one imperfection in their weave because nobody is perfect but God? That's my justification for leaving this like that. So there. And of course we are going to have more exits in the future. I think we can have one more. So let's have a nice little exit here, and this will be the way that we end for today. And we can happily say that one of our major highways has been completed, which is no small feat. Wasn't there a character called Smallfoot? Oh wait, I'm thinking of Littlefoot from The Land Before Time. Although there might have been a character called Smallfoot too, I don't know. But yeah, now that we have that going on, you can expect to see these these roads have less traffic because they're going to be funneled into here. And we will worry about all the other stuff at a later time. Yep, everyone's exiting. I'm imagining people will even be using the rightmost lane to get over to here if they're going down. And you see this? People are already starting to use the main road. So, everything is good. Well, you know what we can do? You've been such a good audience. I'm going to give you a treat. We're going to set a car drive across our new highway. So, yeah, come here. We are going to see it in its full completion. Pretty sweet. And that'll be the way that we end our episode. So, we have our little town over here. And also, residential demand has been achingly high for such a long time. But we're about to fix that in a big, big way. Because after we build the other highway, it's going to be time to finally work on the area. And I think you will all be happy. Alright, so here we go. Getting on the highway. Oh yeah. So here's the weird part where it almost seems melty. But now we're going to go across the little river. We can already see the other bridge. And those ambulances are fast. Yep, gotta transport that patient. Yeah, it rises and falls with the terrain. And that mountain, that big lump we see is pretty far away. I think that's on the other side of the map. Yeah, see, it's way over there, but it's very prominent, more than I thought. Speaking of prominent, those redwoods over on the right, very big. Zipping right along, people are already using that exit. That's good. People are going to start cutting through our city on this road, though that's the only downside to having this. But you can't have everything, right? So, crossing the big river on the big boy bridge. And to our right, which you can't really see from here, is Prospectsburg and all that. That little weave we have going on down there is below us. Old Junction is to our left. Good. I feel like we're going to get rammed off the road by this guy to our right. And now this is where it comes down and becomes ground level, crossing under the other highway, which still has to be completed. Ooh, we're getting over to the right. Oh right, it goes from 4 to 3 in a rather unceremonious way. We might do something about that. So over the rail line and around, and here we are getting off at our exit. At the traffic light and over the highway. We're very near to the airport. So kind of a cool view from here. You can see the airport, which seems inspired, like it's like a budget version of the airport in Washington. You know, the 50s Art Deco kind of thing. Or I don't know if Art Deco is the right term, but you know what I mean. You've all seen pictures of Washington Dulles, whatever airport, completed in 1958. Has that futuristic, like, Jetsons look to it. It's really cool. But reached the end of this avenue, and would you look at that? This highway that we just built is seeing mad business, and I'm certain that much of it is just people cutting through, which is unfortunate, and we might do something about that. I don't know. It is possible, although it's a bit annoying. Okay. Oh, you made it to the train station, so that's good. Well, let's check. Like, he's coming through. He's exporting. Whenever you see this, that means he's just driving through. This guy, hard to tell. When it says returning to facility, the real serial. Oh, yeah, he's from here. Yeah, but when you see, especially when you see, like, driving out of the city, yeah, he doesn't live in the city. He's just driving through. But, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's alright because the amount of external traffic that we are getting is not overly hugely high, but it is reasonable. So, well, this does in fact bring us to the end of another episode. So I want to thank you very much for watching, and we're going to be working on this other highway next. So I will see you all later.